My roses are black, my heart's a beating red. Valentine's would be better if it was spooky instead. Hey guys, welcome to day one of Hallowtines Day week. Woo! Noises, applause, cheers. Aren't you guys excited? Are you ready for a week of spooky, crafty, Valentine-y fun? I am. And up today for day one, hands, the prompt is bat. Are you guys excited? So my whole idea for this week was to make stuff that would double as journal ephemera, but also as gifts. So I think you guys will like this little batty Valentine's card I made for you guys. So stay tuned, see how we did it. Alright, so starting off pretty strong with a sheet of paper. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this down. I cut mine down to 10 by 5. It doesn't really matter how big or wide or whatever you cut yours. You just want yours to be at least twice as wide as, or twice as long as it is wide, but not super, super long because you're going to end up with a wonky heart and a bunch of wasted paper. So I would stick with the general rule of thumb of like 2 to 2.5 times longer than wide. And then what you're going to do is fold it in half. And then you're going to fold it in half again. And then you're going to fold it in half one more time. You're following along, that's 3 halves. And this is going to give you the framework on which we are going to build our bat, but also a handy tool to make your heart. So you're going to make sure all your creases are really nice, flexible, so that they can do all the folding and stuff that they're going to do. You want to use a decent paper for this. This is like a heavyweight printer paper. And then you're going to fold it so that, I don't even know how to explain this, so that the outside 2 pieces meet in the middle with your middle so that you can make your heart shape. You may have to watch this video more than once to see what I did because I don't know how to properly explain that. There's some terminology I am not familiar with. You're going to make 2 sections, stay over the edge. And then you're going to trace a heart and then be aware that the center of your card is on the outside edge of the heart. So you have to leave a line there so that it stays attached. Otherwise, you're going to have 3 separate pieces when you cut this apart and open it. So keep that straight edge there because that's holding your heart shape and your bat together. Then you trace out your heart, give it a little cut. You got a nice little heart piece. See? Cute. And then, because the prompt is bat, we're going to make it batty. But we're going to be responsible crafters first and cut out another 5-inch piece of paper so that we can make another heart by mapping the heart that we've already cut out onto that. Because we're going to need those halves. You'll see why. Stay tuned. I forgot that this was a step. Don't forget that this is a step, or you're going to be disappointed when you get to the end and your card isn't very cardy. So use something that you can actually see. If you're using black paper like myself, I could not see that first pen, so that was a bit of a rage quit. And then don't worry about getting this little heart shape super perfect because you can always go back and trim this up later. And then you're going to split that down the middle so that you have 2 halves for each side of your wings. And now we're going to make it batty. And so I'm going to do this just by connecting all the folded lines outside of the main heart shape together. You'll see here I went over it with a darker pen so you guys can see. But just making these like sort of semicircle loops to imitate the shape of a bat wing. And this is very like Batman bat wing, but it works. It's a very solid technique. And then you can see we got our structure there. It's all coming together. I'm going to ink this up because I want to cover up the pen marks. But also, it looks nicer. And if you missed it, I folded it at the half mark, the exact half of the paper, to cut out my bat wings, so I only had to cut them out once. And then we're going to stick down our semi-heart shapes onto the back. I'm going to use glue stick for this entire project because it's paper on paper, so it'll stick great. You can use a stronger glue if you want, but I think glue stick works just fine for this. Especially because I'm using printer paper and cardstock, so they're both, relatively thin-ish pieces. But yeah, we glue the halves to the back of the wing parts, those first two segments, and then we have our card. And that's it. So you can kind of see, like, there's the bones there. And to make it a little bit more sturdy, I'm going to trace out our heart shape again onto the rest of that cardstock I had, just to give it a good back. So this way it's like a giftable piece now as opposed to something journaly. If I was going to put this in a journal, I'd probably just put the put it in without this backing, but I think it works either way. You can also you keep the back on if you're putting it in a journal, and it'll make a great removable element. It's up to you. It's your card. This is how I made mine. So I'm going to line those up, stick that down. And then realize that for some reason I can't trace things that I draw myself. So I'm going to go back and trim off the overhang, which is totally cool. You can do that too. All right. And that is how we made our baddie Valentine's Day card. And I really am happy with how this came out. I think it's super cute. I love the little batwing detail. I like how durable it is. If you wanted to get like extra fancy, I guess you could put like a little heart or something here that would like lay over the top and hold it closed. But I like it this way. If you wanted to, you could probably cover this up with something. I'm not going to. I'm just showing you guys how to make it. I'll pop this in my little gift baggie with all my other Hallowtines Day stuff that I'm giving to my friend. Because this makes a great gift. But I think it's cool because you can journal back here or, write your little note back here. You have space to do it on both sides, so you can write little different notes, and then you can write one main note on the inside, and if you wanted to, you could cut down on like a little sheet of paper so that you'd have a better journaling spot. I like these flowers, so that's staying that way, and then you have the whole back side to also add a little love note on, or you can stick it down in your journal like this, and just have a cool interactive element. So yeah, that's our bat. And I hope that you guys will follow this bat over to April's channel tomorrow. That's April at Pink Oddbird. I'll put her information down below so you guys can find her. And see what she makes for day 2. Which I believe is Spider. It's upside down. Spider. I stuck it on upside down. That's not a printer error. That's a human error. But yeah, check out April tomorrow. And then, keep coming back to both our channels all week. We're going to do this challenge every day. So you'll get a different video from one of us. You'll get a different video from one of us every single day. And then on Saturday, you'll get a video from both of us for the last day of the challenge. Check the description box for all the relevant information so you can participate and craft along with us. You can follow the prompts, make your own thing, make the things that we're making. It's up to you. Just have fun and happy crafting. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate your faces, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Till then, happy Hallowtines. Bye!